The member from Nipissing.
Thank you, Speaker. In the 14 minutes I have remaining, I will continue where I started. I picked up a pile this morning of the documents that the House Leader, the Liberal House Leader, said contains all of the files that we asked for. This is called Mississauga, 23 of 33. So, Speaker, let me read from some of these all-inclusive files that have exposed everything to us. August 22nd, Greenfield South project.
Excuse me, I want to start right away. Your member's speaking, and I want to make sure I focus on that, so let's keep that down. And I also ask that we are very respectful under these circumstances to ensure that everyone has an opportunity to say what they need to say. I think that would be very encouraging for all of us. The member from Nipissing, continue, please.
Greenfield South project issue note. On the rest of the topics, you said you needed material on. Oh, Speaker, I'm sorry, the rest of it's been whited out. Sorry I couldn't get this to you sooner. Hope it helps at some point. Well, not very helpful when it's been whited out. Here's another one the next day. Here is what I have so far. Dash, whited out, dash, whited out, dash, whited out. Hope this helps. And let's look at the slideshow. They've got a slide deck here, Speaker, that's very informative. It's called the Greenfield South site options. This should be very interesting. There should be some very good site options here.
Member from Prince Edward Hastings, come to order.
Let's look at the next page, Speaker. Oh, sorry, Speaker, it's been whited out. We can't get to that. Let's start on the correspondence, perhaps. We'll get into something here. Last evening, at a meeting with the Premier's office, there was a reference to a gas plant. That should be an interesting letter. Let's look at it. Oh, sorry, Speaker, it's been blanked out.
Get John back here, those invisible.
Let's go here. Oh, see the Attorney General's comment. Attached is the first letter. Now we're getting somewhere. We're going to get the first letter. Oh, sorry, Speaker, it's blank. As discussed today, these are all in order off the thumb disk we received from the House Leader. As discussed, here is the draft document. Finally, Speaker, we're going to... Oh, I'm sorry, it's blank. This is, well, I don't know what to say. Okay, oh good, no. Here is what we just sent up. Please see the Attorney General's comment below. Now we're, oh, sorry, Speaker, it's blank. This is good. This is good. Now we got somewhere. This is a contract. These are all in order of how we receive them. This is a contract between Greenfield South Power and Ontario Power Authority. Now we're getting. Oh, sorry, Speaker. It's blank.
Only 35. More to go.
Oh, that one's blank. Okay. Oh, good. This letter, the next letter here, constitutes confidential information. Oh, this is going to be a good one. Hang on a second. Where's that? Oh, so, Speaker, it's blank. Let's see. What do we got here? Minister Bentley wants. Oh, this one's kind of fun. Minister Bentley wants finance and cabinet behind him, as you heard last evening, and is still waiting for some indication from the PO redirection. Oh, good. That's on the next letter here. Oh, it's been blanked out. The proposed letter from the minister to the OPA. Sorry, Speaker, it's blank.
Where'd the House Leader go?
Next in order, these are absolutely in order. In response to the local community's concerns about the Greenfield South generation station, the government has committed to relocate the plant. Now we're into the contract, and Speaker, it's blank.
Very transparent. Very transparent.
The next letter, as per my earlier discussion with Carolyn, the draft letters. Oh, good, we're going to see them. The government quote: "The government has stated its intention to relocate the plant. We're still awaiting word on whether the letter can be sent tonight." Well, let's look at. Oh, Speaker, the letter's blank. Hi. Just a heads up that I told Mike. Now we got it. Hang on, Speaker. We got it here. I just told Mike the proposed letter to the OPP is with the Minister for... Oh, Speaker, it's blank.
It's blank too.
Carolyn, whoever that is. As you know, the Minister is looking for paper comfort from his colleagues on exposure.
Sure he is.
Can you please tell me the options available for us on what paper it could be, i.e. cabinet minutes, Treasury Board order, letter from Dwight, pardon me for using the first name, etc., and the pros and cons associated? Deputy, can you please loop in with so-and-so on the options? We're going to see the options now.
Who in their right
they're blank.
mind would ever want to deal with Ontario?
So this
Look
next
what you guys
person,
have
she's
done.
working on her response attached. Oh,
Shameful.
sorry, the attached response is blank. Will you likely want to see our advice, read the Energy Minister's office before we send this letter? So, oh, sorry, Speaker, the letter, it's blank.
35,900.
Bring us the real, get us the real class.
I've been talking with Craig and Murray about the issue. Let's look at the discussion. It's been whited out. You're starting to see a theme here, I sense, Speaker. Told him we were drafting an extra couple of sentences for the minister's letter and would share. He encouraged us to move as quickly as possible. Well, I'll move as quickly as possible to the letter. It's blank. Speaker, these are right off the thumb disk, unchanged. This is the pile I printed last night. So, further to what the House Leader's insistence that we have all the documents, let me carry on here. Craig asked that the minister's letter to the OPA, good, we're going to see that, I know we're going to see it next, include a sentence about engaging with his colleagues in any discussion re the OPA compensation to allay Minister Bentley's concerns. Well, let's look at, oh, sorry, Speaker, his concerns are blank. We have advised all around that we'll be sending this revised proposed letter to the DAG for review. I'd like to review it here for all the members. Okay, I'm sorry, it's blank.
How can anyone have confidence in
Finally, Speaker, we actually do have it this time. This is
off.
This is the sentence that Minister Bentley went through. All this hidden document. We now know the one sentence they have approved. They have not whited out, whether by accident or not. It says, underlined and bold underlined, I will be engaging my colleagues in any dialogue with you on the most appropriate way to allocate compensation between the OPA and the Crown. Wow. Days upon days upon days of hidden documents here to hide what the sentence used to say. The next page, sadly, we don't know what he was going to say because it's blank.
Eureka moment.
Speaker, you've obviously sensed my frustration here that you want me to add a little bit more? Well, here, Speaker, leave me in order. The new sentence suggests the colleagues will actually be in the dialogue with the OPA. Now they're refuting that sentence. Maybe that's okay. If not, how about, well, let's see about. Oh, sorry, Speaker, it's blank. There are pros and cons to the reference to talking to others. Any thoughts on your end? Sorry, Speaker, can't show you.
No thoughts. Blank.
So-and-so had concerns re the letter might make its way into public domain. We can see now why some of these have been blanked out. And here's what would make it into public domain. There's nothing here. I'm sorry, Speaker, there's nothing here.
50 more pages to go.
So, Speaker, we now come to a page from the Ontario Power Authority. Oh, Speaker, I'd like to show it to you, but the end of it, yeah, sorry, it's blank. Yeah. So, Speaker, in the remaining 6 minutes, maybe I'll show just a couple more to get the general theme here. Joseph, this draft is this is about that sentence again. They're still not quite happy with the wording of that sentence. This draft is the latest version of the proposed letter from the minister. Well, let's have ourselves a little look. Oh, sorry, Speaker, it's blank. This is the draft, Rick, but it may not be completely there. No, sorry. Yeah. So, Speaker, let's look at something. Let's look at something a little more simple now. It's a slide deck. This should be normal, right? This is the Greenfield South slide options. Again, this is a different set than the first one I showed you. Oh, sorry, Speaker. The PowerPoint here, it's been whited out. Yeah, I don't know why. I can't imagine why. So, Speaker, in the remaining time I have left, another blank OPA contract. Oh, good. We've got something. Seriously, we do have. This is the draft, but it may not completely agree with the third option. What's the third option? Oh, sorry, Speaker. Blank. I understand the Deputy Minister wants to walk a deck into the meeting. I built a version you sent me. Let's have a look. Please see attached.
What are those guys doing?
It's blank. This one here, blank, blank. That one, I don't know why. I understand they've had a look at it and provided input. So this is the input, Speaker. It's blank.
We didn't pay too much for that.
We've got one more just to sort of round it all out, Speaker.
Do business with your government.
I don't know, it's just a blank page. It's in the middle of the slide deck, but Speaker, as you can imagine, it's blank.
Checks are blank.
One comment re-slide 5. I wonder what that comment is. It's blank. Speaker, you could imagine our disgust with these documents. So, Speaker, the machines that provide the whiteout must have missed 1 or 2 pages, Speaker. In the remaining 4 minutes, let me just run you through a little discussion of about $5 million that's been discovered here. Regarding the proposed payment of the $5.23 million over time under the NUG contract, a non-utility generator, we are okay with the idea. You'll see where I'm going with the Speaker, but we're hoping we could reduce the period to 12 months. So they've got a payment here. Oh, look who it's to. This is very interesting. This payment is from Ontario Power Authority to Eastern Power. So, Speaker, we knew the closed power plant in Mississauga was $180 million. Then the finance minister corrected and said, no, there's a $10 million contract here. It's really $190 million. Well, let me tell you what both the finance minister and the energy minister did not want us to know. That, quote, I'll read this. In the meantime, I have also already asked so-and-so to prepare a first cut of the side letter to deal with the assignment of a NUG contract and the proposed adjustment to the monthly payment to reflect the additional compensation to Eastern Power above the $10 million payment from the OEFC. Speaker, there is an additional $5 million bill.
Somebody send a calculator over there.
From this government that they did not disclose to us.
Where is the House?
So they're asking the solicitor, Rocco, can you confirm that you have run by Carl the concept of the $10 million upfront that was announced by the minister and the other 5 through the NUG? This will not come as a surprise, right? And his answer is, yes, I have. He understands only 10 million. You can see why all those other documents were whited out, Speaker. I can't imagine how this one snuck through. He understands that only 10 million is coming from the OEFC and the balance will come from a NUG contract. He pushed for an upfront payment, but I told him we would have a problem accounting for an upfront payment and would prefer an adder to the monthly capacity payment to account for the differential settlement amount.
Absolutely shameful.
And this is done in what they call, I quote, a side letter. It's a side letter, all right, Speaker. So then they actually, I gotta admit, they actually dug a little deeper with a very important question. They asked, is the NUG needed for the system? Do we need that fuel? Do we need that power for the system? No. Do you know? The answer that came back is the NUG is not needed. This is $5 million more for yet more unneeded power. Speaker, this is an example, one example from all of the 36,000 pages, which we've had only time to go through a fraction of, Speaker. We've only been able to go through a fraction. We found at least 1,000 blank pages in the ones that I've looked at and our team has looked at. Speaker, we found 5 million so far in only a few pages. But we've also determined, Speaker, it's not 40 million as they claim. We've got 200 million, in their own words, for additional transmission. If we move the plant out of Oakville, we need a transmission solution within Oakville. They still need transmission. 200 more million, 210 million for the turbines that they're going to pay, still an astronomical price. Speaker, that's 450 million, not 40 million for Oakville. Add that to the 190 million for the Mississauga. Round it off, Speaker, we're talking $650 million spent to not even generate 1 megawatt of power, Speaker.
How can you guys
Speaker, you can see why we need to pursue this.